Evening all, welcome back to Dust. And as I sit here and I sip a very cheeky cup of tea with a rather pleasant bit of cake, I'm just sat here completely wondering what the hell is going on with Dust lately. And I think this stems from kind of having been a bit of a hussy, a bit of an errant husband perchance. That I've gone off and played other games. I've been you know, putting it about a bit. I've been enjoying the company of other let's say flooozy games. And obviously coming back to Dust is quite an interesting one, because I came back with that kind of predetermined, or well, you know, precognizance of thinking, well, this game's going to be a load of old bilge, and what I expected to basically turn out to be a load of flannel has turned out to be a bloody good game. We've had some real fun games there, and I think really, I know it's kind of annoying. Sometimes you just almost want to kind of kick stuff, you know, you want to, as a critic, I guess that's what I claim myself to be now. People don't like it when you're nice about stuff, but I think the reality is there is such a good game still here. But fear not, we're not going to obviously heap praise on CCP, because trust me, they don't deserve it. What actually we're going to do is we're going to objectively look at what the bloody hell is really going on with this game. First off, I think when you look at kind of really what the design decision around Hotfix Delta was, I think it's fair to say that monkeys and typewriters were involved somewhere in that process. So, you know, behind the shadowy realm doors of CCP, it's pretty evident to say that a Labrador was given, you know, ink on their paws and told to go and design this game, because what seems to have happened is they put all of these changes into a hat and then just picked them randomly. So, for example, you know, and unfortunately the dropship did quite badly out of this. So, you know, they not only did they nerf its movement, they also nerfed basically the afterburner's duration and the afterburner's effect. So that's a triumvirate of complete incompetence right there. But hang on, hang on, Pyrex, I hear you cry. The dropship was overpowered. Well, okay, yes, but if you lose one, then you're pretty much down on ISK-wise for about 3 matches. So therefore, there had to be at least some benefit to bring the bloody thing in. Maybe, just maybe, should have nerfed the missile, the small missile turret to begin with, and then all may have been well with the world, but no. So, I don't know who advised them that actually that's not a good thing. I think it was something to do with numbers. Somebody, I don't remember who, but somebody was telling me the numbers, whoever that is, the numbers, the shadowy underrealm of CCP audit level, were showing that the, yeah, just by the way, that's a Praetorian tank. I know, I don't know. So anyway, basically the numbers were saying that the dropship was OP, which is an interesting one. So, you know, that means therefore they have to just smash it back into line. So that means if, you know, and like the incident that I posted on the forums, which again, I can't be asked to go over and have a look, but I was shot down by 2 militia swarm launchers while trying to boost away well before they even fired at me. In an incubus that had about 5,000 hit points. So I just remember thinking, what the Christ is this about? If that's the way it's going to be, you're not going to hear me giving much of a shit about that. But if that's the way it's going to be, then fair enough. What was of interest to me, I think, was just the way that maybe certain things seem to be getting a bit of a poke with the CCP stick at the moment. And I gotta admit, it does seem to show just an absolute shocking lack of insight over what the hell this product is to CCP. Now think about it. Well, here's a question for you. What brought you into this game? What did you see? What did you experience? Or what was it that grabbed you and said, hey, come here? For me, I was a fresh-eyed, you know, kind of Eve pilot, sat in orbit, enjoying basically sitting, not playing the game, spinning my ship. And then all of a sudden, I got linked, I think, a website. And the first thing you saw on this website was a dropship. And this dropship was ferrying troops into a war zone, and there was loads of explosions. I think even the guy was wearing shades. There was something crazy going on that I just remember thinking, I'm having me some of that. And what then happened is the first thing I did when I got into the game was I unlocked dropships and I started playing them. I was terrible with them and not much improved since then. But either way, it was something that just gave this game depth. It was a real kind of unique identifier of this game. Now, when you take all the other stuff away, this is no different to Gears of War, as in it's all industrial, brown, kind of dingy, bloody horrible planet machinery architecture that looks like somebody just, you know, got a load of Meccano sets and threw them over in a load of dirt, then took a dump in the middle of it and said, there we go, that's a map, and that's it, that's what happened. For all pretty much modern AAA, you know, AAA, if you want to call it that, games is they all have this kind of dirty brown industrial castle, dirty brown industrial wasteland, dirty brown industrial, you know, whatever it may be, future planetscape Mark 7, and they're all looking the bloody same. So the guns are no different. They follow the same formulaic approach to every other game ever, which is pistol, shotgun, assault rifle, heavy machine gun, rocket launcher, blah blah. Now every game that has ever been made since literally the birth of Christ has had that formula in it. There's only a few games that dare change it, and we're not going to talk about Unreal today. So really the reality is that CCP have kind of created a game that had unique identifiers, things like the dropships, things like the the tanks, things like perhaps maybe the vehicles in general, and I think maybe, just maybe, the ability to have infinite fits, or rather billions of fits, in terms of module type, etc. So that was what I think gave this game a bit of credibility and depth and difference. However, notice the audible sigh of my brain shift down a gear. What CCP generally have done is they've just focused on listening to perhaps the sprawling, mewing, crazy motherfuckers out there who seem to give numbers their primary concern. And they've just basically gone and said, well, that's overpowered, let's go and nerf that. I heard on the grapevine, and as I do this, I'm just getting ready to bang my face into the table, which I've just showered drawing pins over because I can't believe it, is that they're going to nerf the Caldari Commando suit. But Pyrex, why are they going to do that, I hear you cry? Well, Schley was telling me it's because that's what snipers use. That's the sniper suit that you sit in the red line, you get like a stupid KD ratio. If CCP are literally just running some anonymous report that basically just says this is what kills gets, or rather this is what kills this particular fit gets, this is what this gets, then they might as well just switch the bloody game off, because the logical conclusion of that is, oh, people are overpowered. Oh, hang on, we can't give you guns. Here's some flowers. Here's some feather dusters. Go and tickle each other to death. Because that's really where the game's going. If you're going to say, right, well, assault rifles are killing half the people in the game, better nerf them then. Well, why? That's just the standard fit that most people run with. Oh, hang on, sniper rifles are crazy again. Let's just use, so that, then that, the numbers will start showing that. If you're literally systemizing your nerf buff concepts and design roadmap, then my god, I kind of am at the point where I would just give up. And yeah, I'm driving the Praetorian into the red line because seriously, this guy called it out. I stole it. I'm not going to let him have it back. I am a douche like that. I think you're kind of getting the point. But to be honest, if that's the way that CCP are going to design this game, with that kind of feeling of, right, let's run a report, what's overpowered today? Well, that's got the most kills, right, let's just flatten that down. Then you're playing numbers whack-a-mole in your balancing game. So what's today's overpowered thing? Sniper rifles, right, bang, with the nerf hammer. Right, tomorrow, what's the overpowered thing now? Oh, I'll tell you what, Flaylock's just killed a few more things. Right, let's nerf that. It's literally whack-a-mole. Every time something gets to the top of the pile, you whack it down again. I almost can't believe that CCP do this. And I guess I'm over-dramatising a little bit. I know, heavens forbid. But I know there is a little bit of kind of side in what I'm saying. But the sad thing is that I don't think there's actually a million miles of distance between truth and reality of what I'm saying here. And I think, seriously, if CCP are just running reports from the database that tell them this and that, they've got to stop that. They've got to stop that very soon, because otherwise, oh, well, blaster turrets are crap. Let's buff them. Oh, my God, they're crazy. Let's get them down. It's just literally whack-a-mole. And if that is your entire roadmap of development, is basically playing balancing nerf bat whack-a-mole, then Christ, we're in big trouble, aren't we? There we go. What more can you say? I'm just gobsmacked at some of the design decisions being made. There we go. But there is some good stuff, don't get me wrong. It's a fun game still. But yeah, just some of the design decisions just show a shocking lack of awareness. There we go. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.